What is up, YouTube? And we are back with another magic tutorial, and this is another simple trick that can be done with a borrowed deck, and this one's completely impromptu, and it gets some pretty good results when I performed it. This is actually a trick that I came up with. Now, really quick, I'm just going to say, if this trick already exists out there, then I'm not trying to steal credit from anybody. I just kind of came up with this and worked it out myself one night. So if someone else came up with this trick and you know about it, please let me know in the comment section so I can link to their tutorial on it, or their website or whatever. But to all intents and purposes, as far as I know, I invented this trick myself. Again, not trying to steal credit for it, but whatever. Here's the trick. It's really simple, it's really self-working, and it gets a good result. So here we go with the tutorial. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. First, you're going to hand the deck over to the spectator, and you're going to ask them to pick a card that they feel represents them. It's fine if you see the cards. The spectator can go through the cards, and they can pick one that they think represents them. And just for the purpose of this tutorial, we'll just use the Ace of Spades because it's a very easily recognizable card, and we can remember it pretty easy for the sake of this, tutorial. All right. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go through the deck yourself and pick a card that represents you. So I'll just say, I'll just pick the Jack of Clubs. And so that's going to be me. Ace of Spades represents the spectator. Jack of Clubs represents me, the magician, or whatever. So we're going to move these over, and then you're going to tell the spectator that you're going to play a game of hide and seek with them. So we need a place to hide. So what you're going to do is you're going to count off some cards, and you're going to make two piles, and this is going to be the place to hide in. Okay, and we're going to take the rest of these cards and we're just going to set them aside. All right, so now you've got two piles. You're going to ask the spectator to place their card face down on whichever of the piles they want. So let's say they put the card right there. Okay, good. We're going to take the rest of the cards, drop it on top, square them up. So now their card is in the middle of these piles. All right, now you're going to take the card that represents you as the magician, and you're going to put it right there on top. Now what you're going to do at this point is you're going to ask the spectator to give the cards a cut. They can cut wherever they want. They can cut it shallow. They can cut it deep, wherever. So they give it a cut. All right. Now you ask them if they would like to cut it again. So let's say they say, okay, sure. And they cut it again. All right. Now at this point, you're ready to start eliminating the cards that are not theirs. So you tell the spectator that the card that represents you, the magician, is going to try to find their card. So now you're just going to start dealing off cards into two piles, alternating between one and the other. Okay, so as you can see, my card has picked this pile. So I'm going to take these other ones, and I'm just going to get rid of them. Not going to look at them. All right, so you put the cards back in front of the spectator, and you ask them to give it a cut again. So they go and they give it a cut. You can ask them if they want to cut it again. They can cut it as many times as they want, as long as it is just a simple cut. All right, and let's do the process of elimination again. All right, so we're going to take these, get rid of those. And so now they could cut the cards again, but there's not really that many cards left. So what you can do is just start moving cards from the top to the bottom. Take the top one, put it right on the bottom, and ask them to say stop whenever they like. So let's say they say stop right there. Okay? You do it again. Get rid of these. One more time. Let's say they say stop. All right. So you've eliminated all of the cards except for the one that represents you, and one last card, and let's see if we were able to find the spectator, and there it is, the Ace of Spades. All right, so now this trick is self-working, and if you watch the video in detail, you can figure out how it's done, but I'll just give away the secret right now, which is it's all in how many cards you deal down in each pile that the spectator gets to hide in. So basically, once the spectator has selected a card for them, and you selected a card to be you, you're going to deal down two piles, each with 15 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll square those up. They can put their card face down on top of whichever pile they want. Your card goes face up on top, and then they can cut the deck as many times as they want, wherever they'd like. And then all you have to do is deal the cards into 2 piles, alternating one to the other. Whichever pile your card, the one that's face up, lands in, is going to be the one that you're going to continue the trick with. So once we've eliminated all the rest of the cards, we take out this pile, we get rid of it, and we do it again. Spectator can cut the cards all they want, and then you just do it again. Now the reason this works is mathematical. When you have 2 sets of 15 and then you add your card and the spectator's card, you actually have 32 cards, which is a power of 2. So basically, your card is always going to end up in the same pile as the spectator's card as long as you keep up this system. And it doesn't matter where the spectator cuts to, because when you cut the cards, you're actually not changing their order at all. So that's the trick. It's pretty simple. It gets a pretty good result. You can work a story out around this one if you want. But I usually just stick with something simple as hide and seek. If you have a couple that you're doing this trick for, each one of them can pick a card, and then you can make up some story about how, like, they'll always find each other or love, or I don't know, something like that. You just go wild with it, come up with a story, because a lot of the trick isn't just in the actual, doing of whatever the trick is to find the card, but a good story can really make a trick a lot better and engage the audience and the spectator a lot more. So anyways, if you guys like that, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more tricks and tutorials from me in the future, hit the subscribe button. And I kind of need a closing for these videos. This is my second video. I don't really have a closing. I could say, as always, have a nice day, or safety is #1 priority, or something like all these YouTubers do. But I think I'm just going to stick with, thank you very much.